Post-scrimmage wrap-up here with head coach Kevin Callahan on Hawk Vision. Coach, obviously a couple weeks of camp now down, and I'm sure everyone was looking forward to kind of getting into more of a full live period. Your early evaluation of how you think things went?
Well, I think it went really well today. I think it shows that over the last 2 weeks we've had some very productive and very competitive practices, and I think we were able to put some things all together out there on the field today. You know, as always, as a coaches, are always going to tell you there's a lot of things we need to get better at. I think that we need to run the ball a little bit more consistently on offense. I wasn't happy with the number of penalties that we had on the defensive side of the ball, and I'd like to see us do a little bit better job with our ball security. But I thought there was a lot of good play. The guys really competed today, as they have all preseason, and I think we're right about on track. We've got another week of camp to go, and I think if we keep making if we keep making progress in the same increments that we have to this point, I think we'll be exactly where we need to be heading into game week.
I know your philosophy on scrimmages like this is that you hope that everybody does something a little bit good, and I thought that's what you saw today. The defense, I thought, dominated the first half, but the offense came back very strong in half number 2.
That's exactly what happened today, and in a scrimmage like today, you want to see balance. If one side of the ball is too dominant, that might be an indication that you have some problems on the other side of the ball. But as you said, the defense came out in the first half. They were very firm, especially against the run. I thought we did a great job up front. It really limited the offense. We did a great job on our third down conversions defensively in the first half. But then in the second half, the offense kind of got on track a little bit and started being productive and gaining some yards and got the ball into the end zone. So all in all, I think it was a good day.
I know Kyle Frazier, obviously, as the starter going into the season, but I thought quarterback play today, especially in the second half, was good. You had 4 different quarterbacks lead scoring drives.
We did. We tried to get all of our quarterbacks, some significant plays today. And in the second half, you saw Craig Peterson, Greg Depew, Ben Onette, all lead scoring drives, and it was good to see. And they really spread the ball around. We got the ball to our tight ends for a touchdown, our receivers for a touchdown. We scored. One of the running backs got in for KB Asante, scored a touchdown in the second half. So I think it was a glimpse of many of the weapons that we do have at our disposal offensively.
Depth was a concern last year. Do you feel like some of that has been figured out here in the first 2 weeks of camp?
Well, we're certainly deeper than we were last year, and I think that goes to the number of young guys who were forced to play last year. Some guys coming back that were injured a year ago, and I think a very talented class of freshmen, guys who I think you could see impact the depth this year.
We saw some players not play, and I would imagine, as you would see anywhere in the country with scrimmages like today, you're holding guys out precautionary. Nothing really major with anyone that missed anything today.
No, there's nothing that we're overly concerned about. We have some guys nursing some tight hamstrings and some slight muscle strains, and we just wanted to make sure that we didn't put them out in a situation where they could further injure themselves. We've seen plenty of what they can do throughout the preseason up until this point. If they were tight or a little bit sore, we made the decision to hold them out of today's work so that they can hit the ground running on Monday.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you next Friday for scrimmage number 2.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
That's the head coach, Kevin Callahan. Scrimmage number 1 in the books. Coming up next Friday, the 25th of August, it'll be scrimmage number 2, all leading into the kickoff of the 2012 season against Lehigh on September 1st. For more on this scrimmage and all things Monmouth football, we invite you to log on to GoMUHawks.com. First scrimmage wrapped up here at Kessler Field. The blue and white has Monmouth getting set for the season opener on September 1st against Lehigh. Matt Horman here on Hawk Vision with senior quarterback Kyle Frazier. Kyle, obviously first scrimmage, usually some kinks to get worked out. Overall, were you happy with your performance? Let's start with that.
I obviously had the 2 turnovers, which I'm not happy about, and that's something that I want to clean up. But overall, I think I played decent. I think as a whole we can go ahead and we can fix some things. Like you said, we got some kinks we need to work out, but I think we'll take care of that this week in practice.
Offensively, you guys seem to get on a pretty good roll in the second half. I would say the defense won the first half of the scrimmage, but the offense really came back strong in the second half.
Definitely the defense. They took it to us in the first half, but we came out in the second half. We knew we had to do something, and we started moving the ball and scoring some points.
Overall, as a position, I thought it was good, positive movement, especially in that second half when a bunch of different quarterbacks really led some of the scoring drives that you guys had. You scored 4 touchdowns in that second half.
Yeah, but everyone played pretty well at the quarterback position. We were able to air it out, and it helped us out, helped us move the ball. And when we're able to air it out like that, we can go ahead and open up the run game.
You've obviously been a veteran here for the last few years. Compare this camp to the last couple.
I mean, the first few camps that I had were tough, but this camp, it's more mental and just trying to go ahead and perfect all the technique and stuff like that, because we're trying to throw in some new plays and stuff like that, and I'm trying to work with the younger kids. So it's more of a mental camp, this camp.
What's now the preparation as, Lehigh kind of quickly now looming in the background? I know you guys haven't done a whole lot of it, but I would imagine this week things maybe start to get introduced.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take care of camp the rest of this week, maybe introduce some stuff with Lehigh. We know they're a great team. I think they're number 16 ranked in the nation or something like that in one of the polls. So we know we got to come out and play hard. We play there, and last year they came out and they spanked us here, so we got to come out and make a statement.
I appreciate the time. Enjoy the rest of the camp.
Thank you.
That's senior quarterback Kyle Frazier. For more on this scrimmage and all things Monmouth football, log on to GoMUHawks.com. As we wrap up scrimmage number 1 here at Kessler Field, Matt Harmon on Hawk Vision along with wide receiver Tristan Roberts. Tristan, overall, happy with how you guys played offensively?
Not too happy, but, we did some positives, and there's a lot of negatives out there. So we just got to get in the film room, shake the negatives and just build on the positives.
What do you feel like your expectations are for your group of wide receivers going into the season?
I feel like before the season I felt that we have the best receiver core in the league, and I still do. And I think we're going to be the best, and we're shooting for that.
How has camp been so far for you? I know, as a veteran player now, you kind of get into that grind day in and day out. I would imagine you're starting to look forward now to Lehigh.
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to Lehigh since last year actually. Well, but I think we're gonna pull the upset off. You know what I mean? Camp has been a grind, but we got to get through it. This is what the winning teams do, and this is what we're gonna do.
You're kind of an interesting person to ask this question too. Who impressed you on the other side of the ball today defensively?
Wow. I think the defense as a whole, they played well today. You know what I mean? They got the best of us, and hopefully scrimmage 2, we can get the best of them.
Tristan, appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of camp.
Thank you.
That's Tristan Roberts as we wrap up scrimmage number 1. Scrimmage number 2 coming up on Friday, the 25th of August. Everything, of course, leading up into the season opener against Lehigh. For more on this game and all things Monmouth football, log on to GoMUHawks.com.